Welcome to episode 36, Annecam Sailing Australia. We sail from Brisbane down to Iluka, Yamba and check out the sights. Here are the previews. Keep watching for the whole video. This is the second video in the series, Annecam Sailing Australia, where we explore a bit more of this beautiful land we call home. This was our track as we sailed from Brisbane to Iluka, Yamba on the north coast of New South Wales. We anchored for one night at Tangalooma on Moreton Island before sailing past North and South Stradbroke Islands, the Gold Coast, Tweed Heads, Ballina, Evans Head, and into the beautiful Clarence River at Iluka, Yamba. Our nighttime views of the ever-changing lights on the Story Bridge and the skyline on the beautiful city of Brisbane. We navigate our way out through the port of Brisbane. This time we had the tide running with us. The water in the port is alive with these jellyfish. This is our anchorage in front of the Tangalooma Wild Dolphin Resort on Moreton Island. The very next morning we weighed anchor and headed up around the top of Moreton Island and out to sea, away from the shallow water along this bit of the Australian coast. The sea was nice and flat, the breeze was steady. It was a good day to be sailing. By late afternoon, we could hardly make out the land. We had a full moon to guide us at night. This is the Clarence River Bar we crossed as we headed into the Iluka Bay. The very next day we had the challenge of crossing the Clarence River in our dinghy. This nice local in his fishing boat guided us across the river to Yamba. We locked our dinghy to the back of the ferry dock. It's always good to catch up with some of the Rels, with Annie, Auntie Verna, Uncle Lindsay, Cousin John and myself. As I mentioned earlier, this is the entrance to the Clarence River. This is the exact spot where my Auntie Verna and my Uncle Lindsay were standing waving to us as we navigated across the bar.
here in Yamba. Yummy, chunky meat pies at the Iluka bakery.
We take our dinghy over to our buddy boat, Graph's B, and we see Deanne and Paul with their dog Nicky to ask if they want us to pick anything up from the supermarket for them. We wave to the friendly crew on the Iluka Yamba ferry as we head into shore. As we stroll back from the supermarket, we come across this wicked photo of one of the local fishing boats crossing the Clarence River Bar when the river is in flood and the sea is up. Bar crossings are a very dangerous place for boats and crews. Annie not only looks the part, but she is very competent on the tiller in our dinghy as we take a tour to see what is around on this side of the river. We glide out through the second entrance to the Clarence River. We pass on by one of the caravan parks that was fast filling up for the holiday season. Up past the ferry dock. Back inside the Iluka Bay, where Annecam awaits our return. another magnificent sunrise from inside the Iluka Bay. Our solar Christmas lights were a lot brighter in real life than they are here on this video. Back in the local supermarket purchasing all of the goodies for Christmas dinner. Into the Sedges Reef Hotel on Christmas Eve for sundowners with Diane and Paul off Graf Spee. And wouldn't you believe it, Diane managed a draw in the meat raffle. Some lovely T-bone steak. This was our sunrise on Christmas morning as we fly all of our courtesy flags from all of the 52 different countries we have been to in the last 4.5 years. Whipping the cream, boat style, using our cordless drill, all for the Christmas trifle. Time to lick the beaters, and Annie said, "Do not touch the trigger." The thought would never have crossed my mind. Yummy, not too bad if I do say so myself. This is the beautiful Christmas trifle. Christmas dinner in Iluka on a picnic table with Diane, Paul, myself and Annie.